Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here in Trinidad with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai. So first and foremost, Kal Halayam, La Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakodash, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai. Alright. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. In all truth and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so now more than ever for this truth. Psalms, Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites who look like the other nations, but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage, and Shalom unto the very few but faithful Akawats. Alright, the name of this lesson is The Great Escape. Alright, the Great Escape and Redemption of Israel, of the nation of Israel. Alright? Because hey, we're going to have that great salvation. Alright, salvation which is only pertain unto us, Israel. Alright, which is the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians, Caribs, Arawaks, alright, Seminole Indians, Taínos, Mayans, Incas, Aztecs. You know, these people group here that are called out, you know, they make up the nation of Israel. Alright? And you know, we're going to have that great escape. We're going to have that great escape. A particular scripture, I should have get that, you know. I think it's in Isaiah, you know. I think it's in Isaiah or Jeremiah. Just bear with me. I want to get it from here. It says the children of Judah and the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that hold them fast refused to let them go. Alright? Because Israel is still is in a deplorable state. Alright? And our captors, right, who held us captive, right, they refuse to let us go. Alright? I can't find it. I ain't bother to go through all that to waste any time. Yeah? But I know it's somewhere there. Alright, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. Like I can't find it now, and I ain't gonna bother to go through all that to waste time. Alright? Alright, so I've already have scriptures here. I will work with this, with what I have for the time being. So I'll go into Psalms 80 and 1. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 80 and verse 1. It says, "Give ear, O shepherd of Israel, thou that leadest Joseph like a flock, thou that dwellest between the cherubims, shine forth." Alright? "Before Ephraim and Benjamin and Manasseh, stir up the strength and come and save us." And this is what we're waiting on patiently, you know, for Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai to come and save us. But we know Jacob's trouble have to come out first, because that is what we're being saved from utter persecution. You know? From utter persecution. By the hands of our enemies, mainly Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Alright? That's why when I go to Daniel, you see how quick I could get at. Daniel 12 and what the hell I gone too far? Yeah. In Daniel 12 and 1. Alright, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, withstand it for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as was never since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Alright, because there's serious trouble, serious tribulation going to come upon us Israelites. Alright? Is a dreadful time that is coming about here. It is. You have Esau coming about with the microchipping and what have you. Yeah. Looking to microchip every man upon every single human being upon the face of the earth. Yeah. In order to be able to control them and what have you. And a lot of us is going to be put to death. You know, for take if you don't take that mark of the beast. Yeah. So these are the things we need redemption from. Because our enemies hate us to the core. They will pretend in front of your face, you know, that they love you. And the one good for you, you know, they're all about your well-being and whatnot. But truth and in fact, you know, they all about putting you to death. Right? Continuing, O Yahweh, power of hosts. Salakia, going back to Psalms 80. Psalms 80 and verse 4. O Yahweh, power of hosts, how long will thou be angry against the prayer of thy people? Right? And this is what we're begging and asking Yahweh Hashem Yahshai for. And this is how we're supposed to be. You know, because here is not we rest. Here is not our rest. Right? We came here as slaves and still slaves. And at the bottom of the barrel, the other nations ruling over us. Alright? It's only a wicked Israelite would want to stay in this condition, you know, and be satisfied with the condition that he is in. Alright? Here, O Yahweh power, how long wilt thou be angry against the prayer of thy people? Thou feedest them with the bread of tears, and givest them tears to drink in great measure. Alright? I want to go to Isaiah 30. And 20, it reads, and do the Lord, Isaiah 30 and 20, and do the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be right. But the point is the bread of adversity and the water of affliction. Alright? What that goes into what? Slavery. The hardcore slavery that our people went through. Alright? The lynching, the whips on the back, on the cotton field, on the cocoa field, on the sugar cane plantation. Yeah? The redlining, right? All these, the Tuskegee program where they're experimenting upon us. All these things we go through. All these adversities we go through, all these treacherous acts that was done upon us. Alright? And who bring it upon us? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright? For our improvement and for reproach. Because all that is written in the curses. Alright? So going back, I will finish it off to verse 20 in Isaiah 30. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, alright, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And there is what going on right now in this time here now. Your eyes seeing your teachers to bring you back to repentance so that you could have a chance of salvation, to be redeemed out of this wicked place. Right? Going back now to Psalms 80 and 5. Thou feedest them with the bread of tears and givest them tears to drink in great measure. Yeah. In great measure. Our slavery is the most recognized thing in the world, historical event in the world, and is the worst atrocities that any nation of people, any race of people could endure and still enduring to this day. Had it been any other nations, they would have done break, they would have done their wipe out. You know, but as an oath too, at the end of the day too, is an oath that Yahweh Hashem Yahshua swear unto our forefathers Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. You know, some of our people, you know, the effects of slavery and whatnot, they're still suffering from that stress disorder, you know, post-traumatic slavery stress disorder. You know, but then some of us, you know, we rise above it. We learn to rise above it. All right. So I'm moving on now to the book of Jeremiah. To the book of Jeremiah, chapter 33. And verse 3. I should have my thing in it. Just bear with me a minute. Let's get us here. Alright. As I read enough to sharpen one time. Quick. Alright, Jeremiah. Chapter 33 and verse 3, it reads, right? It reads, call unto me, and I will answer thee and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not. All right? And this is what the hopeful elect is doing right now in this time period here, in these last days. You know, this is not even last days. They're the dregs. We're living in the dregs. Alright? We're living in the dregs. It reads, verse 4, for thus saith the Lord power of Israel concerning the houses of this city and concerning the houses of the kings of Judah, which are thrown down by the monks and by the sword. The monks represent these nations. Alright? These nations with the governmental structure, yeah, starting with Esau, Edom on top, the so-called white man, all right, and the sword, all right, we all know what that is. They come to fight with the Chaldeans, but it is to fill them with the dead bodies of men whom I have slain in mine anger and in my fury, and for all whose wickedness I hid my face from this city. Alright? Yeah, that's why Yahweh Hashem Yahshua let the so-called white man conquer us, because why? For our wickedness. Because why? It was written that he would do it. Which is, you know, so is what manifest justice, as they would say. Alright? Behold, I will bring it health and cure, and I will cure them, and will reveal unto them the abundance of peace and truth. And this is what we're supposed to be anticipating as a nation of people. But here it is, 2/3 of our people, they still rather be hoes, pimps, sluts, gangsters, yeah? All sorts of wicked things our people love to indulge themselves in. All manner of wickedness, idol worship, homosexuality. Right? But at the end of the day, it's only a remnant will return. That's why Yahweh Hashem Yahshua says, only a remnant you're looking for. Alright? It's only a remnant you're looking for. Alright? As it said, behold, I will come, I will bring it health and cure, and will cure them, and will reveal unto them the abundance of peace and truth. And that truth is springing forth through the whole earth. Right? And truth shall spring forth of the earth, out of the earth. Right? Every day you can go up on YouTube and research up the Hebrew Israelites, you know, especially the men of great millstone, starting with the apostles and the elders on down. And they can get some sort of edification of truth, of true knowledge, wisdom and understanding of your true identity. Alright? Verse 7, and I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return, and will build them as the first, and I will cleanse them from all their iniquity, whereby they have sinned against me, and I will pardon all the iniquities whereby they have sinned, and whereby they have transgressed against me. And it shall be to me in the name of joy, a praise and honor before all the nations of the earth. Yeah? Before all the nations of the earth, which shall hear all the good that I do unto them, and they shall fear and tremble for all the goodness and for all the prosperity that I procure unto it. Alright? These other nations, alright, yeah, they're going to see our salvation. They're going to see our redemption. They're going to see Israel being restored before their face, before their very eyes. They're going to see that. And there's nothing they could do about it. From the so-called white man go down to the East Indians, the so-called Chinese, the Japanese, yeah? The Moabites, well, Chinese, Salakia, you know, the Arabs, the so-called Africans. They're all going to see. And there's nothing they could do about it. Alright? There's nothing they could do about it. Going to say in the book of Jeremiah 16. I'm going to Jeremiah 16 and 14. This is Jeremiah 16 and 14. It says, Therefore, behold, the days of the Lord, the days come, say the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Right? This Exodus here is going to be an even greater Exodus. Right? It is going to be an even greater Exodus. Alright? Continuing. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from out of the land of the north, yeah, which is where? America. Alright, because there were the most of our people, and there were our people living in the belly of the beast. Alright? And as there our people received the most brunt of the atrocities from slavery even to this time period here now. Alright? But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Alright? So this showing you here is the Lord will be bringing us back. Not no declaration, not no Balfour declaration. Alright, so it proves again that these people in the land is not the people. Alright, when I go to Jeremiah 23, Jeremiah 23 and 6. Let me read this. Listen now. Jeremiah 23 and 6 onwards. It says, I'll read from 5. Jeremiah 23 and 5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. And in his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. All right, and this is his name, whereby he shall be called the Lord our righteousness. Right, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed, right? The seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all the countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their lands. All right? Because our next precept to back that, let us handle this here quick. Our next precept to back that is Isaiah. You go to Isaiah 11:11. When you go to Isaiah 11, right, and 11, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, which is in Iraq, all right, and from Egypt, right, and that Egypt is twofold. Egypt with America, all right, and also the land of Egypt, which is in Africa, or the land of Ham, all right, and from Patros, which is in Egypt, all right, and from Cush, all right, which is in Ethiopia, and from Elam, all right, which is where you know as East India, and from China, also modern day Iraq, and from Hamat, which is in Africa, and from the islands of the sea. Right, and that islands of the sea, it represents what? That islands of the sea is Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, you know, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Kitts, Nevis, all where, you know, we've been scattered, you know, through slavery. All right? So our redemption, the whole world is going to see it. The whole world is going to behold it with their own eyes. Alright? And they can't do nothing about it, and we're going to be restored too. Not just only be put back into our land, but be restored. You know, with the laws written within our mind. You know? Programmed. Alright? I'm going now to Jeremiah 31. Still in the book of Jeremiah. This time I'm going now to 31 and 8. Jeremiah 31 and 8. Just bear with me here. It reads, behold, I will bring them forth. I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth, from the four corners of the earth. All right? And with the blind and with the lame, right? And with the blind and with the lame, that blind and lame, it literally means literally blind and lame. You know, it's talking about the state our people is, you know. You know, they don't have this life within them. This breath, I should say, Salakia. They don't have this breath within them, which is the laws, the statutes, the commandments, the truth, the word. Alright? But Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is still going to have mercy upon them. you know, and open it up unto them, that they will get that understanding, which is taking place now, you know, because we was part of that blind and lame, who also in this truth here now, we was part of that clique, you know, of that blind and lame, but we turn from our wicked ways, all right? So as it says, and with them, the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that travaileth with child together, a great company shall return thither. They shall come with weeping and with supplication will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of the waters in a straight way. Right? Anyhow, in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn. Hear the word of the Lord, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, He that scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him as a shepherd doth his flock. For the Lord had redeemed Jacob, and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he, which is who? Esau, Edom. How they're stronger than us? Because of the military might and the sword, which is their blessing. Alright? Continuing. Therefore, they shall come and sing in the height of Zion, and shall flow together to the goodness of the Lord, for wheat and for wine and for oil, and for the young of the flock and of the herd. And their soul shall be as watered garden, and they shall not sorrow any more at all. Then shall the virgin rejoice and dance, both young men and old together, for I will turn their mourning into joy, and will comfort them, and make them rejoice from their sorrow. Alright? Yeah. Not just a great salvation coming to us, you know, a great redemption and restoration. Alright? I'm going now to Ezekiel 20. Alright, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 20, and verse 33. Alright? Ezekiel 20 and 33, it reads, As I live, saith the Lord, surely with a mighty hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out, will I rule over you. Alright? Will I rule over you, and will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein you were scattered with a mighty hand. Alright? The great escape. Alright? With a mighty hand, and with stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face. Alright? And there will I plead with you face to face, like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, say the Lord of Yahweh power. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant, which is what? The new covenant. Alright? And I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Right? So when we get back our land, these nations cannot come and trod down upon our land as what they're doing now. Alright? When Yahweh Shai saves us from this tribulation that is about to come upon us. Alright? And put us in our land. It wouldn't be where It wouldn't be these nations wouldn't have no jurisdiction in our land. Alright? These nations wouldn't have no say in our land as what they have now, and having the freaking gay parade and all these wickedness. Alright? To be something totally different. Yeah? Because we will be ruling these nations. That's the big difference there. We're going to be ruling these nations with a rod of iron too. Right? I'll go in now to Hosea. Almost finished. Let's have 2 more scriptures. I'll go into Hosea. Hosea 1. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 1. Alright? And verse 9, it reads, Then said Yahweh, call his name Lo-Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. Alright? Because remember, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, alright, had turned his back upon us. Right? But in the last days, as prophesied, you know, he would turn his face towards us and hear our supplication, right? And give us that and give us that chance to come back to him. You know? Turn away from sin, do the works, have faith, and get redeemed out of this wicked place. Right? Verse 10, Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, alright, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head, yeah, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, alright, and they shall come out of the land, for great shall be the day, right, for great shall be the day of Jezreel, or Israel. Great shall be that day. Luke 1:68. This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, and verse 68. It reads, Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel. Blessed be Yahweh, power of Israel, for he had visited and redeemed his people. Right? His people.